Hello and welcome to another one of A Demonic Wizard on Twitch, ADemonicShadow for literally everything else, to bring you another video on the Division. This time is on the patch notes that are coming out on March 22nd, which will be shortly, the day of the video this going up. So this is Division patch 1.0.2. Huge changes going on PvP and PvP wise with the dark zones. So let's go ahead and go down with these patch notes. Do want to let you know that I will go ahead and have the description to this, not description, but in the description I'll have the link to this, so in case you want to reread it or go over some stuff. And I'm mainly going to go over the big stuff. Now, this patch notes is going to be about 2.3 to 3 gigabytes per platform, depending on what the platform you are. This, of course, is for PS4, Xbox, and PC. Some consoles or some systems do have different updates depending on different glitches on there, but those are more than less just one or two things, nothing really major exclusive. So the Division servers will be shutting down tomorrow for another scheduled maintenance. So once again, this is on March 22nd. Exact date and time is Tuesday, March 22nd at 9 a.m. CET time zone, 4 a.m. EDT time zone, and 1 a.m. PDT time zone. The estimated downtime is about 3 hours, but you can expect, of course, massive balancing issues, road systems, blah 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 blah. Once it's gone down, the most significant are the players are now able to heal each other in the dark zone, fast travel to dark zone checkpoints from when you're outside the dark zone, obviously. They've also increased the drop rate of high-end items and Phoenix credit. They've also not fixed the balancing issue, but they've also go ahead and gave the malice its durability, and then they've also fixed grinding Phoenix credits outside the PvP, out the dark zone area. So let's go ahead and go down to at least the major parts. Gameplay wise, named enemies will now drop better loot in challenging mode than in hard mode. That's great, makes it actually worth doing challenging mode. Added a cooldown period for the static turret stun attack in order to avoid a stun lock in PvP and PvE game mode. Named NPCs will no longer respawn after being killed in open world. This will prevent situations where players were able to kill the same named PCP over and over again to, of course, get grind high end items and grind Phoenix credits. That's necessarily how that's an exploit, and of course they're fixing it. Modification to the weapon Talented. Talented is the third perk, or the first perk for the Midas. I'll probably never say that right. That perk can now only be rolled on shotguns, marksman rifles, and pistols. The bonus has been reduced from 1% to 5% to a consistent 0.1%. I'm not sure if that's still going to be worth it. I guess it depends on the weapon. And for the Midas SMG Brain talent, has been replaced with responsible talent, which increases damage when getting closer to target. This applies to existing weapons that already have it. In case you have another weapon that you modded or found or whatever, and it has that perk, it's going to be changed to this if it's not a shotgun, marksman rifle, or pistol. For all SMGs, light machine guns, and assault rifle, it will be replaced with another random picked weapon talent, which sucks if you necessarily have a good set of weapons or a good set of skills to a weapon, and they necessarily replace one of them for a lame one. So, whatever. This also, of course, applies as well to existing weapons as well as new one. They've also fixed a bunch of, of course, bugs and everything like that, like fix the speedrun exploit or roofcom relay mission. Fix bugs where fix a bug where skill power would increase prematurely when using the death by proxy talent, or whatever. One of the ones I do want to note is they fixed an instance where the seeker mine would airbus and the multi-mine mod would detonate too soon, missing their target or causing no damage. I thought that was necessarily just I thought that's just how it was working. Because most of the time they would run away or they would be running and it would miss them. So I thought it was something you necessarily had to just time or whatever, or something it was used to get them out of cover. But it's nice that they're fixing it. Fix a bug where grenades will sometimes not display the blast radius warning before detonating. There's other fixes in PvE. The Dark Zone, which is why everyone's reading this outside the grinding for Phoenix credit, are watching this. Players can now heal other neutral players in the Dark Zone by using a first aid and support stations. Not sure why it was taken out in the main game, because it was in the beta. You were able to help other players and gain their trust, so you can either befriend them or betray them. Whatever works, because that's how the Dark Zone works. Players are now able to fast travel to Dark Zone checkpoints, but only when coming from outside the Dark Zone. So if you're outside the Dark Zone, you can spawn to other Dark Zone checkpoints, which actually works, because sometimes when I'm just entering the Dark Zone, I'll see that people are rogue on the other side of the map in the Dark Zone. With this, I can actually leave, fast travel to a spot closer to them, re-enter, and necessarily try to hunt them down if I can, if they're not already dead. The item extractions from the Dark Zones are now properly marked as new items when moved to the player's inventory. That's great. That's good. So when you extract 30 items and you're moving them from your stash to your items, they'll be marked as new, so you know what's new, what's old, and you can actually compare loot and everything like that. Players killed in the Dark Zones now drop ammo, medkits, grenades. This is generated and not taken from the dying player's inventory. Not sure why it's not taken from the dying player's inventory. I don't really see why it should be either. I mean, they're dying and they're going back to a spawn point where they can necessarily refresh. So I'm not sure what's going on. I can understand if it was maybe like explosive bullets and things of those natures, because those you can't necessarily just go to you can't just necessarily restock those. So whatever. Players killed in the Dark Zone will lose less Dark Zone funds than experienced rogue and non-rogue. So that's kind of cool. They're balancing it out to where if you're, I guess it was really punishing if you're level 5. And you're on a manhunt, you die, you lose so much experience compared to what's gained. I honestly think they should have fixed that and just made it to where you gain more when you actually survive it. But I'm guessing that it could be for the lower levels and how much experience you lose when you die. Dark Zone funds and experience rewards for surviving road has been improved. Makes it worth going rogue. Hopefully we'll definitely see how that is once it actually is the patch is live and everything like that. Dark Zone funds and experience reward for killing rogue agents have been improved. That's definitely good. When they backstab you and just kill you out of nowhere, hopefully you'll be able to make back what you lost when you necessarily killed them, or at least close to it. This is one that was supposed to be in the patch, but there were some problems. But they were initially changing the Phoenix credits, so depending on how strong the enemy were, the more you would get. Level 30 enemies will drop 1 to 3 Phoenix credits. Level 31 will drop 2 to 4, and level 32 will drop 3 to 5. So makes it once again worth going to those higher end in the Dark Zone and killing higher enemies to get better rewards. They will also increase the drop rate of high end items from level 3 and level 2 NPCs in the Dark Zone. Definitely once again worth grinding and going after them. Increase the drop rate of high division tech materials from level 32 named NPCs in the Dark Zone. Once again, that's definitely good. Makes it worth going after those enemies in the higher end. Improve the Dark Zone chest item quality. This is definitely good. And the Dark Zone, when you came to level 30, there were chests that you had to be level 30 to open, but they didn't use a Dark Zone chest, and they always contained blue. I thought there was a small hint that they would go to purple, which is the only reason why I opened them, in case there was that small chance that they may be purple. Maybe purple, just like opening Dark Zone. Maybe there was a slow chance that they might be a high end. Was not the case, but they are making those blue items now purple, which definitely makes it worth going after them. What they've also done is Dark Zone funds drop rates and quality on on NPCs has been reduced. So grinding on non-named targets have been reduced, but the reward for grinding on or just killing named NPCs has been improved. So it kind of balances it out. Hopefully, we'll once again see when it goes live. They fixed a few bugs. Also, with Dark Zone chests that drop always purple, they have a small chance of dropping gold, aka high-end items. So that's definitely good. They fixed necessarily some errors. They fixed a bug where players could not loot anything after returning to the game following to a network disconnection. They also fixed Stage 1 rogue timers not displaying correctly when rogue players receive damage from another player. So, they're definitely fixing that. They also did some graphical fixes, some audio fixes, locational fixes. Once again with the UI, they added more information on daily missions on the map. Tutorials receive some UI polish. Matchmaking menu now displays mission difficulty rating more promptly. The mini-map mission tracker has been optimized to be less confusing to players. They fixed a bug with aptitudes for high-end equipment were cut off in the recalibration menu. Stuff like that. And then this is where they go down to the exclusive one for each system, like the PC, Xbox, and PS4. PC. On launch, the PC client now monitor PC graphical settings apply and the best settings for the user configuration. Fixed an issue where the map were sometimes difficult to navigate with a mouse. Once again, they have it here for there was a lot of fixes they had to do for PC, Xbox, not a lot. There was only two. Fix a bug where players cannot reconnect after servers after suspending the game on Xbox One. Fixing a bug on Xbox where unblocking a player would not reflect the in-game until reboot. With PS4, added an option to disable the PlayStation 4 controller sound, improve textures and model streaming speeds. Fix an issue where ISAC volume could get too loud when playing with headsets. And of course, there's a little bit of other stuff in there. It's nice that they're fixing the bugs. They're nice that they're fixing the Dark Zone. Hopefully, it'll actually make it worth it, because in case you didn't know, there's no point in going into the Dark Zone once you got to Dark Zone rank 50 other than to necessarily buy stuff, and then that's it. Maybe grind some Dark Zone Phoenix, but there's some stores where you can necessarily just spend regular credits, and there's not regular credits, but you're able to grind Phoenix credits outside and then go into the Dark Zone to spend them. But hopefully now there's still no point to go, and there's still point to go into the Dark Zone with next to killing other players, getting loot and everything like that, getting those high end. But there's no real point to go above level 50 in Dark Zone level. But we're seeing it what they do. Maybe they're added in with a new update that comes in April, or something like that, to see what's going on, and later along the line with the DLC. But overall, this is a very good patch. I'm very happy of this. They're fixing a lot of things. They're fixing a lot of exploits. Of course, some game glitches. The only thing that I kind of wish they did is if there is some way to... Actually, I can't even remember. It probably was something that was already fixed. I'm just trying to make something up, but whatever. Overall, I do like the patch. This is all definitely good. There's no bad. There's nothing wrong. I was hoping that. Oh, there it is. I was hoping they would drop the the shotguns in general. NPCs, other players. I think the dropout, like, you can kind of use shotguns at mid range. And it's weird, like, yes, it's not going to be as strong as close range, but I think they need a higher fall off rate, or whatever. But other than that, that's about all I have. But that just necessarily was the video. I do want to thank you for watching. I do want to thank you for